Welcome to another episode of Boom and Bust. I'm your host, Tony Clement. I'm here at the News Forum, where all voices matter. Let's talk about the next possible economic crisis for Canadians. As mortgage renewal rates surge and interest rates remain high, Canadians could be in for tough economic times. Here to discuss is Dan Knight. He's an independent journalist who has researched this issue. Well, welcome to the program today.
Hey, Tony, how are we doing?
Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, thanks for appearing. You call it an impending financial tempest. What do you mean by that?
Well, Tony, just to give you perspective, the average Canadian, they bought in at 2% mortgage rate. Now, about 3.2 million Canadians will be renewing their mortgages over the next 16, 18 months. And what does that mean? Well, if you bought in at 2% on an average of $600,000, you would be paying about $2,600 or per month. Now, when you come to renew, what's going to happen is that you're probably going to have to pay somewhere between 5 and 6% interest, meaning that your interest rates are going to be about $1,000 more. And if we look at the Canadian economy right now, it's going to get significantly worse. I mean, we have carbon taxes, we have people using the food banks, so it's getting to a catastrophic level where people are just having a hard time affording the basic necessities. When we look at interest rates versus inflation, I mean, Canadians are getting pinched on both sides.
Yeah, and of course, at the time and date of recording this, of course, the Bank of Canada came out and decided to keep the rates as high as they are now. So that probably was not a surprise to you.
No, not at all. And I mean, even if we look at what they were saying, they're even signaling that it might go higher because inflation is sticking at about, I think, 3.9% as of December. So until that inflation comes down, the bank has really no choice but to keep interest rates high. And what does that mean for the average Canadian? Well, they have to pay higher mortgage rates.
Right.
If we look at errors in mortgages, they're up about 80% since 2022. And what does that mean? It means that people are having a hard time making their mortgage payments. So Canadians are having a hard time with this economy right now, Tony.
Yeah, so there's already data confirming that people are getting to the point of being underwater, as they say, or they're having difficulty meeting their monthly payments. Is that what you're seeing, Dan?
Absolutely. I mean, the data that's coming out right now is that if we look at fixed income rates, if you buy at 7.24% with 20% down, that equates to about $2,700. At 2022, you're buying maybe 5.25%. That means you're paying $2,200. So people are having a hard time. I mean, you can't just jump from $800, have an $800 increase, and not expect that to have a hard time on the on your income. So people are the Bankers Association has seen that the errors are up about 80% since 2022, and they're expected to go higher.
People seem to be more in debt than ever, Dan. Is this part of the problem here, that generally Canadians are shouldering more burdensome debt?
Well, credit card debt is going up there, Tony. But I think what's even more insidious is this pay now, buy now, pay now later. It's if you go to Best Buy, if you go on Amazon, you'll see an option where there's this pay now, buy now, pay now later, and that's actually not reported on the credit bureau. So we actually see a lot of hidden debt versus debt that's actually calculated through the credit card bureaus, because these accounts are not actually calculated through the credit bureau. So there's actually a hidden debt that Canadians are shouldering that's not actually being reported.
That's interesting that it's gone to that level online. Online purchases. It used to be that maybe you'd get 6 free months without paying for your furniture or for your car, but now it's even these personal items.
Yes, exactly. So I mean, a lot of people are buying like TVs, and what people are they don't understand is that yes, you can pay now or you can buy now and pay now later, but at the same point in time, like, these people have this burdensome debt. If we look at debt to income, it's the highest recorded in almost in my generation anyways.
Right.